chapter called Love by Andy Lincoln. It's getting late.
No, as a matter of fact, I was wondering if I had time to come in for a minute.
Can you come in the house?
May I?
Yeah, sure. Donna, that movie didn't give you no idea, did it?
Fred!
No, come on in, man. Yeah, this is wonderful. Hey, hey, look. All the lights out. I guess Lamont went to bed early. We'll have the front room all to ourselves. And Donna, you don't think I'm a dirty old man, do you?
No, Fred. I don't think of you as old at all.
I'm gonna let people tune in for a minute. Get yourself in. I was thinking about peace. I need to charge up my tripod that follows me around. I know a lot of people getting ready for bed, relaxing. That's what I'm doing. I'm actually making me some tuna for tomorrow. I'm getting back on my stuff. I've been vacationing quite a lot. And the scale told me I did too. So I do make my lunch like a lot of people. I don't really. I'm a budgetista. Tomorrow is tuna. Tonight I'm talking about peace. Often we don't realize until we too far in the muck that our peace is by design. Y'all look at me. I'm home making tuna fish for tomorrow, but my life has got my candle going. Let me put on this side. My peace at 50, almost 50, is now by design. I no longer just hope that things gonna turn out and hope that things will be all right. I really live my life strategically. And I'm gonna tell you, like this weekend, I went with my daughters and my grandbaby to Disney. We went to Hollywood Studios. And, I was going to really just be there from just Thursday, then come back on Friday. But then my cousin called and said, hey, come down, meet me in Orlando. Just a lot of stuff happened. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to stay down here. So my life was so peaceful and everything worked itself out to the point where I came back on Monday. I was able to turn a trip that was just going to be a 1-day trip into a 4-day trip. But my peace is by design. The fact that I can do that, the fact that right now, hey y'all, hey you, the fact that I'm just at peace is by design. And I'm going to tell you, ladies, part of the reason that we don't have peace is because we don't take responsibility for our reproductive organs. The only person in charge of your reproductive organs are you. And many of us, which I was that at one point, because I remember I had my daughters at 17 and 18, and I never had any more. And I could have. I've been married since then. I could have. My husband was a person that I would consider, he would have been a great father. He already had a son, and he had custody of his son. Something that most men do not. They'll pay child support, they'll visit the child, they'll do all of that. But most men do not take sole custody of their child. My husband had sole custody of his child with no child support and never asked. Now me, I got child support. I did. I ain't gonna lie. That child support was additional income which helped me purchase 3 homes. But my husband, he said if she wanted to pay, she can pay. If she don't, my son is very well taken care of. That's a man's man. That's one thing I can always say about Mr. Perrinet. And I'm going to shout him out. He's a man's man. And he does what many men won't. When it came to his son, it came to his child. He only had 1 child. But it gets to a point where you have to live your life by your own design. And that means we have to start living strategically. How many people I know really think about their life when it comes to strategy? Like, hey, Michelle. Hey, everybody that's tuning in. I know y'all see the back of me. Sorry. But think about your life when it comes to strategy, your peace. Like, I'm just being honest. I see a lot of these young girls, and I was a young girl at one time, back in the day. And again, I told you I had my daughters at 17 and 18. And I remember when I had Monique, I was in the hospital room at Baptist. So I had my baby at Baptist downtown. I was 18. That was my second child. And I looked up at my mama. This is right after I had her, holding her. And I said, Mom, I'm not going to have no more kids. Let me go get a little bit of that. Okay. I said, Mom, I'm not going to have any more kids. My mom said, oh, no, not now, but maybe later in the future. I said, I'm not having any more kids. And to this day, I never have. Not that anything is wrong. I've been married. We had a house. I could have had another child. I got childbearing hips, like they say on the clumps. But I just decided that me being 18 years old with 2 kids, I'm already behind the 8 ball. So me not having more kids was not about the fact that I don't like kids. It was the fact that my 2 babies, I had to play catch up. So I gave birth to them, and I'm 17 and 18. Meaning that I put them at a disadvantage. The minute I decided that I would have my babies, I put those 2 daughters at a disadvantage. And it is what it is, and I'm not sad, I'm not mad, I'm not like saying, oh no, everything is fine. No, I put them at a disadvantage. And I said that, you know what? I don't want my daughters to always have to ride the struggle bus. Always needing food stamps. Always needing WIC. Always needing HUD vouchers. Always needing free lunch. Always needing free after school care. Because of the mistake that I made. So what I did was, because I had them so early that I was behind the 8 ball, I decided that I won't have any more because I have to play catch up. And I don't want them to ever feel that they were on a struggle bus. You know what I'm saying? I don't want my daughters to always, we at the store and we got to use stamps. We got to stay in public housing. A lot of people, you think that that's a badge of honor. No, to me, it's sad. I don't want them to always, yes, we stayed in Monaco Arms, but we moved from Monaco Arms to a house that I had built. Had I had more children, I would have had to take from them to try to keep up, which is totally unfair to the children. And that's why I say our peace is by design. Because at that point, like right now, all between an 18-year-old mother and this 49-year-old lady, both of those girls own their own home. One has a child, which is 8 years old. But her and the dad take such great care of my grandbaby. I'm at peace. There's nobody struggling on me. There's nobody pulling on me. There's nobody asking me for money. There's nobody dropping off babies to me. I can basically just stick and move like I want to. And I get to, Keisha said 6, yes, that's right. I can basically, I love my grandbaby to death, but I get to decide when I want to see her, what I want to do with her, how it is. So being with my grandbaby is pure pleasure for the simple fact that I'm not forced to have to raise her. So I'm able to do things for her. I'm able to put up money from her for her college. I'm able to buy her things. I'm able to take her somewhere. I'm able to sit in a restaurant in Olive Garden and truly enjoy my granddaughter. Because there's no all of this other stuff on here where I'm forced to have to be a mother again. But again, remember I said your peace is by design. I had to make that decision at 18 in order to be here at 49. To God be the glory. Amen, girl. But that's a decision I had to make. There's a lot in between 18 and 49. But the only person I've ever been in my life is a woman. And I know many of us will fall in love, or the dick just good, and we'll live in the moment. Next thing we know, we done had a baby from this man. A man that we should have just been having sex with and passing. We shouldn't have made a baby with this man. But now because we allow instant gratification to jump on us, now we're pregnant. He already got 3 or 4 kids that he can't afford. But we decide we're going to have a baby from him also. He can't afford the 3 or 4 that he already have. And now we think that it's going to be all this good when it comes to our baby. We automatically put our baby at the back end of 3 or 4 other kids that he already can afford. So we automatically put our child on the struggle bus. It ain't, at the end of the day, my mama told me, and this is one thing she said. She said, I don't care if it's a good daddy or a bad daddy. That's your baby. That's your baby. So you can sit around and you can call him no good. You can say he don't take care of the baby. Men don't change that fast. He was the same guy he was when you were sleeping with him. But you just allow instant gratification over long-term success to put your child on the struggle bus. Now you can't be at peace. Because you constantly got to worry about HUD vouchers. You constantly got to worry about recertifying for your food stamp. You constantly got to worry about, am I going to have enough money for after school care? You constantly got to apply for free lunch. You constantly having to figure stuff out, which means that you probably ain't a homeowner. You probably don't have no life insurance. Sometimes when people make decisions like that, they don't even have a real support system. So now you don't even have nobody to watch the baby. Because if you had a real support system, they would have talked to you ahead of time to help you prevent from making that mistake. But that says, mama's baby, daddy's maybe. My grandma always told exactly, but it's true. Not saying you don't know who he is, but what I'm saying is our life is by our design. If you look back and say, what makes me at peace? Am I at peace? Why I'm not at peace? Be honest with ourselves and peel back the layer of the decisions that we've made or lack of decisions that we've made that has caused our life to not be at peace. A lot of times it's so simple. Me not being at peace was because I was fast, had sex, and got pregnant. Now I call it I was always ahead of my time. You know what I mean? I was always ahead. Dad, this talk don't go on here. I was just a little ahead of my time, that's all. I ain't gonna call it fast. You know, a lot of people just slow. But that was my decision that put my kids on the struggle bus. And women, the only thing that we can control, I remember this girl one time at work said something to me and it resonated so good. She said, if I can't control anything in the world, I can control my reproductive organs. I was like, damn. That is so true. Sometimes we don't even take responsibility of our reproductive organs. Like my sisters say, they say every child is a blessing. And I'm not saying every child is not a blessing. What I'm saying is when you know the circumstances that you're putting a child in, you often put your child automatically on the struggle bus. Straight out the room, straight to struggling. Once we get older, we should know better. And that's why I try to talk to the younger girls, because don't make the mistake that I did and think that everything gonna be all right. I had to work 4 times as hard because I had 2 babies. My babies, they're only a year and 2 weeks apart. March 1992, April 7, 93. That's not even 13 months. So 17-year-old me had my daughter in March of 92, graduated June of 92. Got pregnant again and had another baby April of 93. Automatically putting my kids on behind the 8 ball. Automatically, I did it. I'm not going to blame nobody. I'm not going to blame a man. I'm not going to blame Dick. I'm not going to do nothing. Once we decide to go to the root of a problem, and the only thing we go and we look at what I can do different from here on, not what anybody else can do. What can I do to get myself out of this problem and to not do it again? So I'm not going to go and blame their dad. I'm going to blame myself. I was young. I was dumb. I wasn't on birth control. So I got what I got. Which means I got pregnant. Which means that I had to start working real smart, real young. Which I'm glad that I had my daughters young. When I tell you, I'm so happy that I had them when I did, because it made me mature. The issue that I see with a lot of people is it doesn't mature them. They just keep doing the same stuff. They ain't growing. They're not making better decisions. They adding kids on top of it. And then they act like you supposed to feel sorry for them for the decisions that they made. You decided to have sex with him with no condom and no birth control. And you think that I'm supposed to give my tax money for you to keep having more babies, for you to pay for your HUD voucher, for you to get free lunch, for you able to ride the bus for free, for you to get free insurance, for you to do all of this. So you think that I'm actually supposed to feel sorry for you because of your sexual habits? Because you decided to do it like that, I'm supposed to feel bad. Come on now. Kitty love the kids, but Kitty don't like stupid. And Kitty definitely not going to let anybody get me out of my peace. Y'all looking for the sandwich. I'm not going to let anybody take me out of my peace. So you and your bad habits can just do what you want to do. When you was having sex with that man, you wasn't thinking about me. When you knew you wasn't on no birth control, but you say, you just went on and did it anyway, you wasn't asking my permission. Because I'd have told you, hey, before you lay down, I'd have tapped you. You know you ain't on no birth control. Don't give him none. You know you ain't on no birth control. And at the end of the day, while we walking around pregnant, he can do whatever he want to do. Whether he loyal or whether he not. He ain't walking around pregnant. So we can do anything he want to do if he want to. And ain't no such thing as guilting a man into making him feel as bad as you do right there. So, well, he know I'm pregnant and da-da-da-da-da. What you're doing is you're running him away. That man, you have that baby from him and he still be searching for his peace. And your house ain't it. First of all, it's a HUD apartment. So he around here searching for his peace, and your house and that baby ain't his peace. But didn't I say your peace is by your own design? We have to look at what we do. Do we have a job that we don't like? That affects your peace. Do you have family members in your life that you know are not doing anything but sucking you dry? Grow the balls to get rid of them. Otherwise, you will never be at peace. And 93% of black women never experience it. That statistic I made up in my head because I see it. So many black women never experience just sure peace. Sometimes, y'all, I have so much peace I don't know what to do with it. This lunchbox big. I might just put it in a bag. I have so much peace, I'd be amazed. Like this weekend, I had so much peace. I was like, God, these businesses running themselves. I'm still doing little stuff, but I'm able to extend my stay. Then extend my stay. Then extend my stay. Didn't change Airbnb because I wanted a different type of Airbnb. And extend my stay. Wasn't nobody like, you need to get back here and you need to watch these babies. You need to get back here and you need to do this. You need to get back here later and make my dinner. I was able to do that. And yes, I'm not man bashing. I got me a man. Just because I don't put them all over the internet, don't mean I don't have one. Because I don't put them all over the internet, don't mean I don't have one. Stuff to do. But I'm wiser. So I choose my man. I choose the men that the men that I choose to entertain. I choose them. They don't choose me. I choose them. And I choose the type of man that now truly suits me. Versus back in the day, I would talk to guys, but I didn't really know me. So I'm just kind of entertaining anything. So yes, I had more in numbers, but I had way less in quality. Now I don't have much in numbers, but I have much more quality. Because I choose people that suit me. And everybody not going to suit me. Especially being an entrepreneur. Y'all, because how I work and how I stick and move and I have to talk to people. And some days I might just be chill mode. Some days I might be going all day like today. Every man ain't ready for that and don't want it. They say they do until they have to. And then they like, you on the phone a lot. You do a lot. You ain't home. You talking to people a lot. What you doing? Why you ain't there? Da. They can't handle it. So like a lot of men, I heard a lady on TikTok. She was talking about how a lot of ladies say they want a successful man, but they not really ready for it. Imagine how many men it goes into their insecurities. Hey, Laquita. It digs into their insecurities because you're talking to people and you're busy. You're literally busy. Your phone is ringing and dinging. My phone, I really have 4 phones, but I have somebody to answer the other 2 phones. But my one phone has 2 numbers and that bad baby be ringing and dinging all dang on day. Sometimes I throw it on Do Not Disturb because I want to chill with my baby. But otherwise, my phone ringing and dinging. Most men not used to somebody's phone ringing and dinging unless they talking to other men. Oh, you entertaining that dude over there. Oh, somebody new must be calling you. First of all, I'm busy. Second of all, if I wanted to entertain that dude, I would be with him right now and not with you. So respect where you are at this moment. Because you about to get yourself put out of line and thrown to the back and have to start all over from scratch. But when you're at peace, you can do that. You can entertain who you want, not because you need them, not because you need to split the bills. So when you see me with somebody, it's because I want to, not because I'm splitting bills. I need him to pay half. Do you know the freedom? Because I done did that before. Me and my husband, we were splitting, we paying bills. And basically without him, I couldn't make it. So now it becomes a thing of, do you really want this person, or are you with this person because y'all need to split bills? You can't keep your lifestyle up without them. Sometimes that's hard on men. They're not used to a woman that could just keep her lifestyle up without him. And so then they start questioning their value. How long would she really want me around? What do I bring to the table? How's my personality? Because they're not used to divulging into themselves in regards to their personality. So now what happens is it brings out their insecurities, because they use their money to mask the insecurities. Because when you with those type of women, they don't really care. But when you with somebody who just wants you because they want you, sometimes that can bring out insecurities. And that's on both sides. She said, you definitely have to have a secure man. You do. Which is damn near impossible. The more that I'm older that I'm getting, I'm realizing so many men have so many issues. It's just deep rooted, and you don't start seeing it for about 4 or 5 months. So you get to them and they put a big old pretty mask on, baby. You think he just all of that. He's secure, he this and he this. About 4 months, you'll start seeing it. Then you see it more and more and more and more. You like, this is a man child. They just good at putting on fronts. And I'm not just bashing men, but I'm saying a lot of them are. Women are too. But you realize they're just good at putting on fronts. They've been fronting all their life to the point where that's all they know. And so when you don't put a thing up there where they have to put up fronts, now they don't know what to do, because they have never worked on themselves to say, hey, what I bring? I'm not saying what you bring. Hey, who am I? Why would she keep liking me? What about me make her keep liking me? Because they used to, hey, putting up a front, buying a couple drinks, paying somebody's bills, and that's why she want to keep him around. But when you like him just because you like him, now he trying to figure out why you like him, because he don't really like himself, so he can't pull out his points. And I'm sure men have the same issue, but all I can talk about is I'm a black woman talking about black men. Now he trying to figure himself out. But I'm going to back out of that because I don't want nobody inboxing and bashing me. I don't want nobody inboxing and bashing me. Saying, you don't know what you're talking about. And now you got them sassy men that just go internet. That's one thing I'm telling you something. I got to give it to my ex-husband. He would never. And he call it like he see it, and if he don't like it, he calling it. Go, I'm giving you your props, sir. So don't say I talk bad about you. But anyway, sassy man. But back to what my topic is. My topic is I'm just sitting here, and y'all, this is just a studio apartment. I have a house, but we Airbnb it out. I Airbnb it out. But when I tell you I'm so at peace in this little studio, I love it. I look forward to coming home. I look forward to everything. And it's let me just show you. These are my clothes over here. That's my clothes. Let me just show you. Oh shoot, I forgot I had this thing over. This is my little studio. Hey, Nay. This is my little studio. I'm watching Sanford and Son. I love this little studio. My powerful black women. I love the pictures of her. Look at her. When you walk in, you see her. This is my little studio. Cozy, comfortable. It ain't big enough for nobody to live with me, which nobody is asked and nobody will. And if they did, they got to go. See, my ladies, I love my beautiful black women. This is my workspace over here. I'm working on a thing with Funnel Hackers. So you see that's going on. This is a box from them. ClickFunnels. This is my dry erase board for my businesses. Y'all see my ring light right there. My laptop, my printer. It all fits right here. Keep up with my businesses. Here I go. Y'all, Funnel Hackers. You better recognize, figure out what that is. You don't know. Look it up. It's gonna come. But anyway, just stuff like that. It's at peace. And I love it. And what I'm realizing is, it doesn't take me a lot to be happy. You know, like I'm truly in my life happy, internally happy, at peace. I didn't say everything was perfect, because if you waited on everything to be perfect to be happy, you'll never be happy. So I'm truly happy. I'm truly at peace. Y'all, I'm at the point, I'm 49. I can't wait to turn 50 in the October. It's like I ain't even regretting that thing. Like what happened, this and this. Life done did me so well. Things done happened. I said everything was good. Y'all, it has not. Let me tell you, between about 32 and about 37, those were the hard, 37, 38, those were the hardest years of my life. Those are the most mentally depressing years. Those were the hardest years I've ever been through. It was like, I'm figuring me out. I'm figuring out that people sell you this American dream, and it ain't even a dream. I'm figuring out that, wait a minute, they say you should do this, and you'll be happy. This the American dream. But then you realizing what actually makes you happy and what they say should make you happy don't fall into alignment. Then you have to break out of what they say and deal with it for a minute in order to act in the way that truly makes you happy. And everything is not traditional. Like I would tell people, if you gay, you embrace being gay. Don't let me, your mama, your auntie, or nobody keep you from being with who you need to be with. Because at the end of the day, we'll be happy, you'll be upset. If you want to marry 3 women at the same time and them dang on women agree to it and that makes y'all happy, don't let me, your mama, your auntie, your pastor, nobody tell you anything different. Because you'll be living for me and not for yourself, and you'll be miserable. Life is not traditional. And traditional don't make sense. Throw that shit out the trash. If you decide not to ever have kids, that is fine. Don't let me, your mama, your pastor, your auntie, your grandmama, or nobody tell you anything different. If you decide to have 10 kids, as long as you can afford them, without food stamps, without WIC, without public housing, and without Medicaid, no assistance at all, have 10. But if you need assistance, you can't afford it, so no, don't do it. Russell and Sierra can afford all the kids they have. That's why he asked her to have another one, because he could afford it. Hood chick and hood guy living over there in Washington Heights, y'all can't afford another child, so don't do it. But if you can't afford it, have as many as the Lord will let you provide for. Only if you can't afford it. And if you saying I can't afford it means that you need any type of public assistance, you can't afford it. So what you need to do is become a big dog, get your money together, and make it where you can afford it or don't have any more kids. Because what it is, it's easier to fight me, tongue wrestle with me when I say don't have kids that you can't afford, than it is to go out and become the person that can afford to have more kids. let's rewind that back again. I'm going to say that again. It's easy to tongue wrestle with me when I say don't have kids you can't afford, on why you can have more kids even though you can't afford them, than it is to become the person that can afford to have more kids. Think about it. Think about that, y'all. Write that down and let it marinate. It's like it's easier to complain about things than to become the person that can actually change the things that they complain about. Because putting in the work to change the complaint is much harder than complaining. Think about that. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. But anyway, our peace is by our design. And my peace, let me tell you something. Baby, if God dropped by $20 million on me, y'all will never see me again. I would be gone. That's the only thing that can make things better. Drop by 20 million on me. That's the only thing that can make things better, because I'm traveling, I'm going, I'm doing whatever I want to do. But outside of that, I'm good. And it feels nice to be good. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to go live for a minute. I'm actually going to put on my night clothes. I took my shower already. Actually was in my night clothes and something say go live. So I put back on my clothes and I went live. But I'm getting ready to wrap my hair up, put on my night clothes, get in my bed by myself and relax. Ain't nobody next to me. Or nothing. Have a good night, y'all. Mwah.